नहीं है।
ये सिविल वाला को कह रहे हैं तो छुट्टी थी
सारा बड़ी छुट्टी पे मजा
सारे
मार
गर्मी से मार
और वो लोगों के दरवाजा है तो मैंने भेजा मैं तो खुद आज जाके ऑन कर रहा हूँ।
हमें 30 तो
हाँ जी वायर वाली
ना उनका लॉक है
उनको दोनों कुछ देने दिया एक दिन दे दी तो एक दिन क्या अगले भी से आए हैं उन्होंने मतलब का नोटिस को मुझे तो फिर बेहतर है रात ऊपर जरा थर्ड फ्लोर तो बहुत ही बड़ा ऊपर से 3 दिन से बात है ना 5 दिन से डिपार्टमेंट इस टेक्निक क्लास में मेरी फ्री कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशन में Assalamualaikum, Mr. Today we will discuss another very important topic of virology, and that is very hot flaming discussion these days, and that is novel coronavirus. We will discuss all the three types of coronaviruses, SARS, MERS, and mainly the novel coronavirus, that is COVID 2019. Coronaviruses are a group of viruses that causes diseases in the mammals as well as birds. In humans, coronaviruses cause respiratory tract diseases that are typically mild, such as common cold. Coronaviruses are believed to cause 15 to 30% of all common colds in the adults, and children probably second only to rhinoviruses are the in frequency, but some strains can be lethal. Usually, it's a mild form of disease, but uh, only the second rhinoviruses are secondly the strains which are very lethal or aggressive, and these are SARS, COVID, or MERS, COVID, and COVID-19. Coronaviruses were first discovered from chickens in 1960. There are 7 strains of human coronaviruses. They are human coronavirus 229E, human coronavirus OC43, severe acute respiratory syndrome corona, that is SARS, that was discovered in 2003, and then human corona NL6, that is especially in the new having coronavirus in 2004, and human coronavirus, that is HKU1 in 2005, Middle East respiratory syndrome related coronavirus, that is previously known as novel coronavirus 2012, and the severe acute respiratory coronavirus, that is your COVID-19, is in 2019. Basically, all these coronaviruses cause respiratory problems, and they can be fluctuating from mild to severe forms. 3 which are very well declared as an epidemic in the human population, they were SARS, MERS, and the COVID-19. All 3 were having different sort of transmission, but the main cause of disease or the pathophysiology of disease is almost same. So we will discuss it one by one. If you see this one, this is a chart with the SARS, MERS, and SARS-CoV-2. It is called COVID-1 and COVID-2 because in the COVID-1 it was occurring in 2002, and the COVID-19 is basically the COVID-2. That's why it's called COVID-19 as well. Now, the origin of the viruses were bats in SARS 2002, in MERS as well, and in the COVID-19 as well. This is SARS and MERS and COVID-19. The intermediate hosts are different in all three of them. They were civet cats in the SARS. They were camels in the MERS. That's why it's called, and it was very more frequently occurring in the Middle East. So that's why they were named as Middle East respiratory syndrome. And pangolin is concluded up till now that it is the intermediate host for humans in the COVID-19, and the definitive hosts are humans. Now, SARS, that is acute respiratory syndrome, is a viral disease caused by a virus of corona respiratory viruses and affecting mostly respiratory organs, which is characterized by a fever that is not more than 30, is always more than 38 degrees centigrade, cough, and shortness of breath, and the underlying atypical pneumonia, inflammation of the lungs occurs. These are the basic symptoms of all three of them. Either it is SARS 2002, either it is COVID-19, either it is COVID-19, or either it is COVID. This was MERS, that was in 2013. So all these three of the above coronaviruses are basically causing the same thing, but severity is different. Cough, shortness of breath, fever, and atypical pneumonia are some common symptoms which are found in all these type of diseases. This is a disease which spread easily, very easily, and affecting many people worldwide, over 5,000 people worldwide. Basically, what is coronavirus? 7 coronaviruses causes human infection, and 4 of them causes mild, self-limiting respiratory infection, which are self-limited, so they get cured by themselves. But the 3 are very and severe. Now, these 3 are the one which we are talking about. Number 1 is severe acute respiratory syndrome, that is outbreak in 2002 to 2003. Then in China, it was occurring in China. In Middle East, occurs in Saudi Arabia. Middle East respiratory syndrome. And the SARS, that is coronavirus 2, occurs in the all part of the world, and that is the main reason why it is more severe, because it has no discrimination or border discriminations. It can travel from one country to another easily. So it is found everywhere in Europe, in Middle East, in Pakistan, in India, in China, all countries. What is the background of basically COVID? COVID-19 basically is the first case was reported in 2019, December, and causes pneumonia of unknown etiology that were detected in the Wuhan city of the China. 31st December through 3rd January 2020, a total of 44 cases occurred of pneumonia etiology were unknown. During this reported period, the causal agent was not identified. And on the 7th January, Chinese authorities identified this new type of coronaviruses, which later to be found as a combination of SARS 2003 and MERS 2013 together. And this is the worst form of the previous two ones. So on 7th January, they discovered that a new type of coronavirus is there, which is causing this disease. On 11th to 12th January 2020, National Healthcare Commission of China reported that the outbreak is associated with the exposure in one of the seafood and livestock markets of the Wuhan. On 12 January 2020, China shared the genetic sequence of the novel coronaviruses for countries to use in developing specific diagnostic kits. Subsequently, laboratory confirmed cases of COVID were reported in Thailand, Japan, and Korea. On 30 January 2020, 2019, COVID was declared a global health emergency by World Health Organization. What is COVID? Basically, on 11th February 2020, WHO officially named the deadly virus or the disease caused by the novel coronavirus as COVID-19. Now, what is this COVID-19? It is experted created the name without reference to any animal or place or anything. Basically, CO is for the coronaviruses, and when is from disease of 2019. The name coronavirus is derived from the Latin word corona, and it means crown, a crown-like structure. The name character refers to the characteristic appearance of virions on the superficial surface of the virus, that is basically the infective form of virus. If you see, this is the structure of a coronavirus, which belongs to the family Coronaviridae. Coronavirus have a segmented single-stranded positive polarity RNA genome, and they are enveloped viruses with the helical nucleocapsid. If you see in this picture, you can see that easily. These are the spikes which form the crown of the coronavirus, and these are the other forms of hemagglutinin-free reagents. This is RNA polymer, first polymer strand, and this is the envelope, the red one, on which these yellow spikes are present. What is pathogenesis and immunity? Infection is typically limited to the mucosal surface of the respiratory tract. Approximately 50% of the infections are asymptomatic. Immunity following the infection appears to be brief, and reinfection can occur. Pneumonia caused by coronavirus is characterized by diffuse edema resulting in the hypoxia. The binding of the virus to the angiotensin converting enzyme, that is AGC2 enzyme, on the surface of the respiratory tract epithelium contribute to dysregulation of the fluid balance, resulting in edema in the alveolar spaces, and that results into the pneumonia. Now, if we summarize that, the pneumonia occurs. Pneumonia is the basic disease which is caused by the coronavirus and is characterized with diffuse edema throughout the lungs, which results in hypoxia. That's why shortness of the breath is the main symptom of severity. And this occurs due to the angiotensin 2 enzyme blocker, where virus is getting attached to the epithelial cell. What is infectious agent? The original source of the viral transmission to the humans is remain unclear, and multiple theories have been occurring regarding what are the main reasons. But still, it is said that these are on the 7th February 2020, it was announced by the China in that the researchers discovered that pangolin sample was taken and it was clearly said to identify the COVID virus equally. On 15th Feb, two viral nucleic acid sequences found in samples taken by the horseshoe bat, and it resembles 96% to the SARS-CoV-2. Bats are assumed to be the primary host, and pangolin are supposed to be the intermediate host of COVID-19. There was a story of having these cluster of bats in the specific form of Hebei district of the China, where the Wuhan city is also there, and it was found on the roof of the top of the one hut that there are multiple bats were present, and these might be the reason for spreading corona or COVID-19 in humans. How it gets transmitted? COVID-19 can be transmitted from one individual to another. Exact mode of transmission of COVID-19 is still unknown. Human-to-human transmission of the other coronaviruses, that is SARS-CoV and MERS, mode of transmission is droplet infection, that means through sneezing or cough with droplets, and contact transmission, like direct touching the patient or any thing which is, or the object, non-living object, which is contaminated with the secretions of a COVID patient, and or by handshaking or direct contact. Then contaminated objects, as I told you before, and airborne. This virus survives in the air for 8 hours. So you have to keep yourself with the mask, because this is important when it is talking about the airborne infection. What is the incubation period? Incubation period is current estimate is 2 to 14 days, and these estimates will be refined as more data will be available. Till now, it's 2 weeks. What are the signs and symptoms? About 50% of infected persons are asymptomatic. Symptomatic are vary from person to person. 50% or more than 50% are noted to be having no symptomatic. And this is the main reason why it is said that even if you are not having any symptom, but you are in contact with someone who might have the infection of COVID virus, COVID-19, that's why it is important to take care of yourself. Based on 55,924 confirmed cases, the most common symptoms are fever on top of the list that occurs in 87.9% of the positive 50% cases. Then dry cough in 67.7%. Then there's fatigue, generalized fatigue. You don't feel like good doing anything more actively, or you are not able. If you are sitting, you don't want to move. You want to sit, and you want to spend time in resting. And this type of fatigue is occurring in 38.1% of the patients. And the productive cough is 33.4%. Shortness of breath is 18.6%, and the runny nose in 10%. If you see this picture, these are the main symptoms which can happen, like fever, like fever. Then after 2 to 7 days, develop a dry cough. Then mild breathing difficulties at the outset, and the gastrointestinal issues. Diarrhea is very common. Many cases have been reported with the diarrhea only, not with cough or fever-like symptoms. And then generalized body aches, severe symptoms like fever, high fever, or higher pneumonia, more than 100 Fahrenheit. Then pneumonia, then kidney failure, and the death. Now, transmission and prevention. Now, in MERS, 34% fatality rate was there. Like its severity was in 34.4%. In SARS, it was 9.6. But in the COVID, it was 3.4. But nowadays, it's more. In the main peaks, it was more than 3.4%. These are the comparisons at the 28th of February by American Society of Microbiology. Before starting with the transmission, I would like you to answer the second kind of unit. And the question is, what are the main source of infection? Which animal is main source of the primary source of the spreading COVID-19? You have to answer this. You have 5 minutes for that. What are the primary source of animals which are said to be the main culprits for spreading the disease of COVID-19 to humans? I will repeat my question. What are the main source of animals which are the primary, you can say primary source for spreading the disease from animals to humans? What are the main source in animals which are the primary source for bringing the disease from animals to humans? You keep on answering the question. If you have any question up to now, you can ask me. You can unmute yourself and ask, and then I will start with the transmission and prevention, because that is a totally different chapter. First, we will discuss the first part, that is the disease related options, and the other one we will talk about later. If you have any question, you can unmute yourself in these 5 minutes. If anyone have any question up to now, they can unmute themselves. Okay. We will start, continue because you already understood everything. So we will start with the transmission and prevention. As I told you before, the transmission is from 4 different ways. Either it is from droplet infection, either it is from contact transmission, either it is from contaminated objects or airborne. All right, how it is, there is only one thing you need to understand about how a coronavirus spreads. The virus spreads when these droplets are get into your eyes, nose, or mouth of a healthy person. Either it is from the coughing or tears from nose. So all these things can bring on the infection to a healthy person. So if you see someone who is visibly coughing, sneezing, or sick, you can choose to, number one, keep the distance of at least 2 meters. 2.5 meters will keep you safe from the large droplets. Number two, give them a mask so they can cough and sneeze into it and protect anyone else as well. And in general, it's a good idea to avoid crowds because you don't know who might be sick. That's why the short lockdown and the large lockdown are idealized because we want to prevent the healthy persons to get infection. People, because more than 50% people are asymptomatic, they don't know they have the disease, but they are spreading it to the others. That's why, in order to prevent all these things, the large crowds are avoided, like in cinemas or malls or markets. Still, people in our place does not follow the rule properly unless it is very strict. That's why the government has to apply the rule of lockdown. People who are infected can show no symptoms but are still infectious. That is the reason we want to have less people around in the crowds. Maybe she's not sick but just protecting herself, but it's for you also. So protect yourself by using mask. However, sometimes a sick person's saliva can get on to the other things, and all these things can get infection to the healthy person, like their hands of the infected person, the doorknobs by which infected hands they use, the train straps. Usually, we are not using train strap here because trains are not the common method of traveling. Maybe buses, local buses can occur, but I have seen that local buses are not allowed to move these days because of corona. But whenever they are, these are can be the reason. Then pens that are used by each other, then mouse, then chopsticks or spoons or forks, then tissue paper, then digital devices like phone or laptops, then lift buttons, then cups, and even the outside of your mask. So whenever you discard your mask or change the mask, you should properly dispose it off in order to prevent the other person to get the infection. And if you touch any of these things by accident and then touch your face or rub your eyes or loved your loved ones by the contaminated mouth, you might all fall sick because of viruses can last for up to 24 hours on the objects, but this virus, coronavirus, up to now, it can last for 8 hours in the environment and about 10 hours on the atmosphere. And the only effective way to get rid of them is to wash with the soap. So soap is very important, which is why it is also good to follow these 5 precautions. Number one, do not touch your face unless it is necessary. Though it's a very common practice in our Pakistan, we can't live or we can't breathe before 1 hour, 1 minute if we're not touching our face, and that is not good. You should avoid touching your face. And if you have to, wash your hands thoroughly So you might not remember that you have washed your hands and then you touch your face or not. So it's a make a habit to wash your hands frequently. As much as you can wash your hands. It's a good habit for you. Number two is what is thoroughly. Wash your hands thoroughly. 20 seconds are very important of washing your hands. There is not requirement of 1 minute to wash your hands. 20 seconds are enough, but you should know how to wash your hands proper way. All the 5 steps of your hand washing that has been recommended by WHO from the very beginning. Before these all viruses arrived, before that, WHO has steps mentioned 5 different steps of hand washing, and you should know all these 5 steps. And no matter how you wash your hand, all these 5 areas of your hand should be done. And 20 seconds. Now the point is that if you have to you have to watch the clock in order to make the 20 second. No. If you sing the Happy Birthday song for 20 seconds twice, that means it's all 20 seconds. If you could practice it in in your home as well, that whenever you are singing Happy Birthday song, it will last for 20 minutes, 20 seconds. And if you repeat the Happy Birthday song twice, with the wish you do at cake cutting ceremonies of your friends and beloved one, this is required to, if you sing it into your mind and then you're washing your hands, that is done by 20 seconds. Secondly, throw away the mask once they feel gross. Don't wear them again and again or more than 1 day. And bacteria grows on the inside of the mask if you wear them too long, and because the droplets are there. Also, don't touch the outside of the mask because you never know. If you did so, don't worry, wash the hands and then your hands with the soap after throwing your mask away. Do not share food, utensils, cups, and towels. Use a serving spoon, and then don't share this serving spoon with anyone else. Everyone get their own towel. Should be required these days, especially. Like I have different towels at home. Usually, people are already following these hygienic things. Like the towel should not be shared by anyone. So, if you are following the same regime, that is good for you. But if you are not doing it before, you should follow it now. What are the precautions? There are two types of precautions. One is standard precautions. These are the precautions which you have to take for every kind of bacterial or viral or fungal infection. Then transmission-based precautions. These are specialized precautions which you have to take according to the method of transmission, the mode of transmission. What are the standard precautions? Standard precautions are intended to be applied to the care of all patients in all healthcare settings, regardless of the suspected or confirmed presence of an infectious agent. The standard precautions include hand hygiene, that is, your hand hygiene is for hand wash and hand rub, use of gloves, gown, mask, eye protection glasses or goggles, and face shield, and depending on the anticipated exposure. These are the basic standard precautions which you have to take for any kind of infectious disease. Some new elements of the standard precautions that are evolved during the course of recent epidemic responses are respiratory or cough etiquettes, use of masks for insertion of catheters or injection of material into spinal or epidermal spaces via lumbar puncture procedures, or safe injection practice. These are the standard precautions that I told you before: hand washing, your PPEs, that is gloves, mask, goggles, and gown. Then proper hand soiling. Soiled patients should be properly cleaned. The disposal of sharp is very important. The environmental cleaning is very important, and the minimal handling of the soiled linen. Soiled linen means infected linens, which are containing any kind of secretions from the infected patient. And the private rooms are very important in standard precautions. That is your isolated rooms. Transmission-based precautions, these are basically depend upon what type of transmission has been occurred. Like in contact precautions, the contact precautions should be intended to prevent the transmission of infectious agents which are spread by direct or indirect contact with the patients or the patient's environment. A single patient room is preferred for the patients who are required contact precautions. In multiple patient rooms, more than 3 feet separation should be there between the beds. and it is advised in order to reduce the opportunities or in advertisement of sharing the items between the infected and colonized patient with the other healthy patient in the same ward. Third is the healthcare person caring for the patients on contact precautions should wear a gown and gloves for all interactions that may involve contact with the patient, and it should potentially be contaminated with that particular patient environment. Now, use of these PPE is very important because in order to get to the other patient, you have to remove this previous PPE. And before exiting the patient room, you should done it through. It's not like this that you're wearing the same PPE kit and you're moving around in the hospital. I have seen many doctors in front of Jinnah Hospital that they are wearing PPEs, and when they want to get something from outside, in the same PPE they're getting outside in the environment in order to get infected. The other person, healthy person, is outside infected, and then again going inside with the same thing. Same rule is for the theater people. Your theater aid kit is meant to be wear inside the theater, not outside the theater. So whenever you are going outside, you should remove your by ethical and by the WHO criteria. You should remove your PPE and your kit inside the theater, and then you have to move out in the local clothes outside the hospital, outside your theater. You should not wear your kit and move around in the whole hospital to get infection for the person inside who is getting operating, and for the person who was outside and not having the same infection which your inside patient might have. So you have to prevent and make a very barrier about it. Using PPE upon room entry and discarding before exiting the patient room is done to contain the pathogens. What are droplet infections? These are the infections which are transmitted through the droplet uh, generated through your mouth. Droplet precautions are intended to prevent the transmission of pathogens spread through the closed respiratory or mucous membrane contact with the respiratory recipients. A single patient room is preferred for the patients who require droplet precautions. Spatial separation of more than 3 feet and drawing the curtains between the same rule is for droplet infection, because if you are not more than 3 feet far from the infected patients, that will result into the infectious part of your body, and then you can spread the disease by through droplet infection to the other person. Healthcare person must wear a mask for close contact with these infectious patients. Now, from Punjab Public Healthcare Commission, their annexes, they give a lot of annexes and a lot of forms to fill for the different part of people. This Punjab Public Health Commission booklet is available in our department. If anyone is interested, he can get it from there, and in which they have written what kind of things are required whenever you're dealing with the corona patient. Before starting lab diagnosis, I would like you to tell me what are the 4 different mode of transmission for coronavirus. You have to answer this question before we are starting with, because we are continuing with the your SGD as well today. So you have to reply me this for the your SGD attendance. What are the 4 different methods of transmission for COVID virus? What are the 4 different methods or transmission methods, way of transmissions for coronavirus? We have to mention 4 different mode of transmissions, which we have done till now. I said 4. If you are answering like person to person, that includes everything. You have to mention what kind of, like droplet, contact, or through the direct this non-living objects, which are called as fomite as well, and the air transmission. So what are the 4 different methods of transmission for COVID virus? Your attendance for the SGD will be marked on based on this question. What are the 4 different methods? You carry on with this one. Answer the question. You have 5 minutes for this. What are the 4 different methods? I'm glad that you people are giving good answers. What are the 4 different ways of getting transmission of these disease, COVID? What are the 4 different methods or mode of transmission for COVID-19? Your attendance for SGD will be marked on this question. So you have all of you who are present should reply to this answer. What are the 4 different methods of mode of transmission for the COVID virus? All right, you keep on giving answers and we will continue with the Zara Beta, we will discuss in the end when we will discuss all these things. So I will ask you to unmute yourself and then we will discuss the question. Because today we are having this SGD also with us, so we will discuss only the coronavirus and related questions. I will unmute you all and then you can discuss anything you want, like we are doing in the class. All right, so what are the lab diagnoses, like how you will follow the lab diagnosis? Some important points are important, before transmitting or transporting the the specimen, especially in the COVID-19 cases, ensured that the personnel who transport the specimens are trained well in safe handling practices and spill the decontamination procedures. And these all things they should be trained. So all the people who are dealing with the COVID or PCRs or the blood diseases, all of these are a trained staff. Not everyone can handle these. These are trained how they will do safe hand practices as well as the spill decontamination procedures. So specimens should be transported in the triple baggage or in the refrigerator temperature. As you all know, viruses don't survive at high temperature. They love to survive in low temperature. They deliver all the specimens by hand whenever possible. Then the state, the full name, date of birth, suspected case early on the accompanying request. Now these are the all basic necessities of any transport medium. Whenever you're transporting anything, the name and age of the patient is the must. After that, we discuss that what type of history is required for which type of test. So all of these things are secondary. First important thing is to mention the full name and the age and the gender of the patient. Sample to be collected for respiratory material is required in case of COVID corona. The nasopharyngeal or oropharyngeal swabs in the ambulatory patients is important. While if the sputum is produced, you can use the sputum in order to inoculate the virus or from the PCR. And then endotracheal aspirates are the best, or the lavage is best, but with the severe disease only. Because in the normal patients, it's very painful if you do endotracheal aspirate or bronchoalveolar lavage. Sero for the serological testing, acute sample and convalescent samples can be bring. This is additional to the respiratory material and can support the identification of the true agent once serological assay is available. Nowadays, it's available. IgG and IgM are available. Some labs are doing IgG, IgM combined. They give you a cut-off value whether these antibodies are present in your body or not. And in some, they mention that IgG is present or not. So it's better if you have a clear cut demarcation of IgG or IgM, depending upon it, what time of phase the patient is taken, the sample from the patient has been taken, and that's why it is said that it's available. It is important. Repeat the sample may be needed if signs, symptoms appear. Even if they disappear, you have to, even the symptoms disappear, you have to answer the question of repeating sample because you cannot declare a person healthy or PCR negative unless it is two negative PCR reports are being there. So this is important. What are the material and equipments for the specimen used? They should be disposable. They should not be used for the same patient. How we will diagnose? Pathologists have used culture growths and microscopy, but as you all know, the virology culture are only based on research purposes. In normal days, we are not doing cultures for viruses. However, it usually takes several days to grow bacteria in the medium, so it's not suitable for detecting viruses due to very small size of the slow growth. Diagnosis options are ICT kits and PCR, that is real-time PCR. We are not following the ICT kits because it has been prohibited by the WHO as well as our Punjab Public Healthcare Commission. We are directly doing it on ELISA or for the real-time polymerase chain PCR. Now, if you see, this is the ICT kit method in which what we do is we simply introduce the antigen into the antibodies and then we see whether there is this kind of compound has been formed or not. If you see, these are anti-mouse IgG antibodies, and these are immobilized when they are given with the labeled one with the patient serum, there is adrenaline. So the background or the intensity is not dependent upon 100% perfection. That's why ICTs are prohibited. Then PCR. In PCR, what we will do is we denature the chain of viruses, DNA change of viruses, then anneal again, and then elongation. We separate, we duplicate, and then we again see. And there are thousands and thousands of chains are made, and then they are got into the action whether there is the same repeated chain is there or not. In the real-time PCR as ultimate diagnostic tool is there, the methodology of the WHO is only recommended for the true diagnosis of COVID virus. So in Pakistan also now many labs are doing PCR under the supervision of the Punjab Public Healthcare Commission in Punjab, and this is important because they are the specific ones which are allowed to do PCR for the COVID patients. Otherwise, they can spread it to many people others. What is the prophylaxis? Now, researchers are looking to the messenger RNA phases, nanoparticles in the DNA, plasmid, polymer clamps, and the other approaches as they rush to design a vaccine against the new coronaviruses. Some tests have also been done, but still now there's no success. We just hope that we will get the vaccine as soon as possible. And obviously, it will be very expensive in the beginning because it will be rare. But later on, I hope we will make more type of vaccines which are easily available for the other persons who are not affording it. Then CureVac is the name which is ultimately made up till now, but it is still under the process of examination. It has not been approved for humans up till now. Once it has been approved, then we will be able to discuss about it. I hope you have get some knowledge about the coronavirus. Now I will ask you to unmute yourself, but keep on answering your question. Those who have not answered, please answer your questions. What are the 4 different methods of transmission? Now unmute yourself, and the people who want to ask. Zara, you want to ask something? Hello?
No, ma'am.
Okay, you raise your hand, so I suppose that you want to ask something. Anyone else who want to ask? If you will not ask, then I will take the name one by one, and I will ask you questions about the coronavirus, so that I know whether you got something or not out of this lecture. Anyone? Do you have any question? Because after that, I will ask the question one by one from all of you, those who are present, because this is your SGD time now. Yes, Omer. Will you unmute yourself? Omer, are you there? Hello? Omer, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Omer, if you want to ask anything.
Yes, ma'am. Real time PCR और simple PCR में क्या difference है?
बेटा बेसिकली इन द पीसीआर जो सिंपल पीसीआर होता है उसमें क्या करते हैं ये लोग कि जो 3 स्टेप्स मैंने आपको बताए उसमें क्लेवेज करते हैं, इसको पहले डीनेचर करते हैं, फिर दोबारा उसको नेचुराइज कराते हैं, एंड देन वी मेक कॉपीज ऑफ दैट डीएनए और आरएनए व्हिच वी आर सपोज्ड टू डिटेक्ट. जबकि रियल टाइम पीसीआर में दे स्टार्ट टू हैव अ लिटिल पार्टिकल ऑफ फ्लोरेसेंट लाइट एजेंट हम ऐड कर देते हैं विद ईच स्ट्रिंग ऑफ डीएनए और आरएनए व्हिच वी वांट टू कॉपी. तो जब वो कॉपी होता है तो उसके साथ साथ वो फ्लोरेसेंट लाइट स्पार्कल करती है, तो दैट इज मोर इजीली डिटेक्टेबल और रेजिलेंट. So that's why this is the only difference कि उसमें fluorescent dye we use little particle of fluorescent sparkling agent को हम ऐड करते हैं in the first string, और जब वो डिवाइड होता है तो वो साथ साथ उसके वो भी कॉपी जो होती है वो भी डिवाइड होती है, तो आप इजीली डिटेक्ट कर सकते हैं. जिसमें वही फर्क है जो आपकी कंपाउंड माइक्रोस्कोप और लाइट माइक्रोस्कोप में फर्क या फ्लोरेसेंट माइक्रोस्कोप में फर्क. जिस तरह आपने माइट भी ट्यूबरक्लोसिस जब पढ़ा था तो उसको देखा होगा कि उसमें भी अगर आप गूगल पे सर्च कर लो, सिंपल आपको जो पिंक कलर का जो नजर आ रहा होता है ना, वर्म जो सॉरी बैक्टीरिया जो टीबी का जो है रॉड, वो आपको पिंक नजर आता है इन नॉर्मल जीन स्टेनिंग, जबकि जो फ्लोरेसेंट में उसमें फ्लोरेसेंट येलो कलर की डाई में नजर आता है। सेम येलो स्पार्क इज प्रेजेंट इन दोज different parts of the particles which we get after the copying the same DNA or RNA strand which we are supposed to discover or diagnose. Any other question? I hope it is clear, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. और बच्चों और कुछ पूछना है आप लोगों ने? Anyone? This is your SGT time. If you want to ask anything regarding any other topic as well, you can discuss. आप लोग अपनी प्रैक्टिकल नोटबुक्स बना रहे हैं? हेलो उमर, वेयर आर यू? और मरियम की तरह, मरियम नहीं नजर आ रही मुझे काफी दिनों से। उमर,
No, ma'am, हम कोई प्रैक्टिकल कॉपी नहीं बना रहे।
आपकी वहाँ नहीं है प्रैक्टिकल नोटबुक्स आपके साथ?
हमारे पास है लेकिन प्रैक्टिकल नहीं हमें सेंड किए हुए मैम।
अच्छा, अभी तक पोस्ट नहीं हुए हैं आपके?
जी बिल्कुल।
ओके, नहीं वो हम कोशिश करते हैं कि अभी पोस्ट कर दें ताकि आप लोग कर लें साथ साथ काम, बिकॉज आपको पता है जब आप लोगों ने आई डोंट नो होपफुली 15 सितंबर तक तो आपके ओपन हो जाएंगे कॉलेज, एज पर जो अब तक की न्यूज़ है कि 15 सितंबर से सब एजुकेशनल जो इंस्टीट्यूट्स हैं दे विल बी ओपन। अगर नहीं भी होते तो यू शुड हैव योर कॉपीज कंप्लीट सो दैट जब आप वापस आए तो चेक हो जाए। मैं आज ही इंशाल्लाह कोशिश करती हूँ, या तो LMS पे डाल दूंगी, LMS पे डाल दूंगी, या व्हाट्सएप पे आपके ना हमारा ग्रुप है उसमें जो प्रैक्टिकल्स जो आपने कॉपी में नोट करने हैं ना नोटबुक्स में, अपने प्रैक्टिकल नोटबुक्स में, वो उसमें हम ताकि पोस्ट कर दें इंशाल्लाह इसी वीक में, सो दैट यू पीपल शुड हैव दैट वन। और हमारी GR कहाँ है? मरियम इज नॉट फाउंड सो मेनी डेज, बिल्कुल ही खामोशी हुई पड़ी है। मरियम, आर यू देयर? हेलो All right, any other question, Bachu? You have to answer this question. The persons who are not answering to this question will not have attendance of SGTs. अगर आप लोगों ने कोई भी किसी चीज़ के बारे में कोई क्वेश्चन करना है और क्वेरी आपकी, तो यू कैन आस्क। अभी आपके पास टाइम है, एज हमारी SGT चल रही है, तो वी कैन हैव डबल वे डिस्कशन विदाउट एनी हेजिटेशन। ड्यूरिंग लेक्चर मुश्किल होता है थोड़ा सा। अभी आप बता दो अगर आपने कुछ भी पूछना है किसी चीज़ से भी रिलेटेड, तो यू कैन आस्क, you have time for that. Fatma, Mavish, Aksa, Soma. बाकी आप लोग जी फातिमा।
अस्सलाम वालेकुम मैम।
वालेकुम अस्सलाम फातिमा।
मैंने आपसे पूछना था कि जब हमारे कॉलेज ओपन होंगे तो उसके बाद हमारा कौन सा टेस्ट होगा, लाइक पैथोलॉजी का क्या स्केड्यूल होगा टेस्ट
बेटा
से
आई डोंट
रिलेटेड?
नो, इट ऑल डिपेंड्स कि आपका किस वक्त होता है। मोस्ट प्रॉब्ली आप लोगों का स्टैंड अप ही होगा क्योंकि जब आप लोग अब सितंबर में आओगे, या मे बी अगर हमें थोड़ा सा टाइम मिल जाता तो मे बी वी विल हैविंग रिविजन टेस्ट लाइक ऑफ थिंग कि एक हम चीज को पकड़ें, या दो आपकी जो है स्पेशल मॉड्यूल्स उनको पकड़ के उनको कोई टेस्ट ले लें। अभी कुछ इस बारे में नहीं कहा जा सकता जब तक कि आपकी डेट नहीं आ जाती कॉलेज ओपनिंग की। बाकी हमारा प्लान है कि हम आपको इंशाल्लाह जो है वो रिवाइज करवाएं, अल्लाह करे हमारे पास इतना टाइम हो कि हम सारा कुछ रिवाइज कर लें। थ्योरी ना भी हो सकी लेकिन प्रैक्टिकल हम जरूर कोशिश करेंगे कि आप लोगों के एक एक दफा हम ना गो थ्रू हो जाए लाइव, जैसे अपने जेलेंस ट्रेनिंग बाद में की है, और कुछ मीडियाज का भी मैंने आपको करवाना है रिवाइजन। ये सारा कुछ रिविजन है ना लाइव हम करेंगे इंशाल्लाह अपनी लैब में। आप जैसे ही वापस आते हैं तो वी विल कंटिन्यू विद दैट। बाकी टेस्ट हम देखेंगे डिपेंड अपॉन की टाइम कितना है उस हिसाब से। अगर स्टैंड अप का टाइम हुआ तो हम स्टैंड अप के लिए जाएंगे डायरेक्टली। अगर स्टैंड अप का टाइम ना हुआ, अगर ज्यादा टाइम हुआ हमारे पास, तो वी विल रिवाइज इन स्मॉल टेस्ट ताकि आप लोगों की तैयारी हो जाए। लेकिन आप लोग अभी से अपनी तैयारी साथ साथ रखो, जैसे वायरोलॉजी कर रहे हो तो वायरोलॉजी साथ साथ करो, जैसे ही आगे टाइम मिलता है इंशाल्लाह तो हम जो है वो मूव ऑन कर देंगे फॉर योर टेस्ट एंड एज वेल एज स्टैंड अप। बाकी प्रैक्टिकल का तो शोर है, इंशाल्लाह हम जरूर रिवाइज करेंगे। बाकी थेरीज के टेस्ट के बारे में जो आप बात कर रही हो वो डिपेंड करता है कि आप कब वापस आते हो। अल्लाह करे आप लोग आ जाए वापस सितंबर में, तो सितंबर, अक्टूबर एंड नवंबर 3 मंथ्स हमारे पास होंगे। नवंबर तो प्रॉफ की तैयारी में आपका चला जाएगा, तो अक्टूबर तक टाइम होगा। इंशाल्लाह वी विल मैनेज कि हम कुछ टेस्ट ले लें ताकि आप लोगों को पता चल जाए वे यू स्टैंड। इतना टाइम आप लोगों को बीच में मिला है और घर में आउट ऑफ टच रह के, दो वी वर टच ऑन दिस वन जूम, लेकिन स्टिल वो जो लाइव क्लासेस वाली बात होती है वो नहीं होती, तो जिसकी वजह से आपके टेस्ट नहीं हो पा रहे। जैसे ही आप वापस आते हैं तो वी विल गो फॉर योर टेस्ट इंशाल्लाह। अल्लाह करें आप लोग टाइम से आप वापस आ जाए, सब कुछ नॉर्मल हो जाए, तो इंशाल्लाह वी विल गो फॉर द रिवीजन एंड टेस्ट। और कोई क्वेश्चन बेटा?
थैंक यू
एनीवन?
मैम
जी फातिमा।
मैम साजिश बात कर रही हूँ। मैम आपने बताया था कि इम्यूनिटी जो है कोरोना वायरस की, मतलब वो कम डेवलप होती है और वो दोबारा हो सकता है। अभी भी आपने साइड में
यस,
बताया कि
दिस
वो
इज द
दोबारा हो
पॉइंट।
सकता है, लेकिन
इसमें तो खैर
लेकिन
पता
हम
नहीं
लोगों ने जनरली ये सुना है कि एक बार हो जाए अगर आपको कोरोना वायरस
नो
तो
नो नो
आपको
नो,
दोबारा नहीं होता।
पहले यही समझा जा रहा था, लेकिन लेटेस्ट टेक्निक्स जो है रीअकरेंस ऑफ द सेम वायरस हैज बीन अकर्ड, लेकिन अभी तक इन्होंने ये श्योरिटी नहीं दी कि वही वायरस है या उसकी कोई और रेजिस्टेंट फॉर्म है। सो रिसर्चेस आर स्टिल गोइंग ऑन, लेकिन इसकी इम्यूनिटी लिमिटेड है बिकॉज आईजीजी जो है वो 3 to 4 वीक्स में लोगों की डिसअपेयर हो गई है। जिन लोगों को आफ्टर द इन्फेक्शन आईजीजी डेवलप हुई थी 3 to 4 वीक्स के बाद वो डिसअपेयर हो गई है। अभी तक इन्होंने कोई ऐसी रिसर्च फाइनलाइज नहीं की जिसमें वे कहेंगे जी लाइफ टाइम इम्यूनिटी हो गई है इसलिए वो आईजीजी डिसअपेयर होगी और जब भी वायरस कोई उसको दोबारा एनकाउंटर करेगा तो वो आ जाएगा, ऐसा नहीं है। रीअकरेंस ऑफ द वायरस हैज बीन अकर्ड इन 2 केसेस ऑफ पाकिस्तान एज वेल, जो कि रिपोर्ट भी हुए हैं, एक मुल्तान में हुआ है और एक आई इस्लामाबाद में हुआ है। और इन वुहान सिटी में भी बहुत सारे केसेस रिपोर्ट हुए हैं जो रीअकर हुए हैं, लेकिन दे आर स्टिल वर्किंग ऑन इट कि वेदर ये वही वाली जो है वो स्ट्रेन है वायरस की या कोई और है। सो इट्स अंडर द टेबल, अभी तक बात डिस्कशन चल रही है, इट्स नॉट क्लियर। यूजुअली ऐसे ही होता है कि लाइफ टाइम इम्यूनिटी होती है वंस द वायरस यू गेट इन्फेक्शन विद द वायरस, लेकिन इन केस ऑफ कोविड वी कांट से एनीथिंग अप टिल नाउ बिकॉज इट हैज नॉट बीन डॉक्यूमेंटेड बाय WHO और एनी वेल recognized organization of the world. That's why जैसे ही वो कुछ रिकग्नाइज्ड आएगी स्टेटमेंट, इंशाल्लाह देन वी विल मेंशन के होती है या नहीं होती फॉर कोरोना। फॉर अदर वायरसेस यस, बट फॉर कोरोना नो। अप टिल नाउ इट्स स्टिल इन अंडर द क्वेश्चन मार्क। एनीवन एल्स, एनी क्वेश्चन बेटा?
Ma'am, what's the situation going on in Lahore?
जी
Ma'am, what's the situation? Ma'am, what is the situation going on in Lahore? लाहौर में क्या केसेस आ रहे हैं, कुछ हो
बेटा
रहा है?
लाहौर के केसेस अब बहुत बेहतर हो गए हैं अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह। लास्ट टाइम जब लास्ट 24 आवर्स में भी 3 to 6 डेथ्स रिपोर्ट हुई हैं, दैट इज वेरी मिनिमल। बीच में हमारे पास विंडो पीरियड भी आया है जिसके अंदर कोई डेथ्स नहीं थी 2 to 3 डेज में। दिस इज वेरी गुड। और नंबर ऑफ केसेस जो हैं दे आर वेरी लेस एज कम्पेयर टू द नंबर ऑफ केसेस रिकवर्ड। तो आपने एक्चुअली सिर्फ नंबर ऑफ केसेस डिस्कवर्ड से नहीं डिस्कस करना होता, हमने सिचुएशन को ओवरऑल जज करते हैं कि नंबर ऑफ डेथ्स कितनी हुई है और कितने लोग रिकवर हुए हैं और कितने नए लोग इन्फेक्ट हुए हैं। तो जब आपकी ये रेशियो बढ़ जाए मींस कि आपके रिकवरी चांसेस ज्यादा हो जाएं और इन्फेक्शन केसेस कम हो जाएं, तो इट्स अ गुड न्यूज फॉर ऑल ऑफ अस दैट कि इट्स गेटिंग बेटर। बस अब आई होप कि कोई स्पाइक ना हो बिकॉज इन लॉकडाउन की वजह से बड़ा अच्छा गवर्नमेंट ने मैनेज किया है कि लोग रश नहीं कर सके मार्केट्स को, और जो प्रिकॉशंस लेनी चाहिए थी वो ली हैं। आई होप कि इंशाल्लाह इट विल गेट बेटर एंड बेटर और दोबारा कोई स्पाइक ना आए, क्योंकि चीजें काफी हद तक कंट्रोल में है फिलहाल जो नजर आ रही हैं। बाकी अल्लाह बेहतर जानता है, देखो क्या होता है।
Ma'am, I have heard that government is not doing the tests. So is it true?
नहीं ऐसा नहीं होता बेटा। देखिए देयर आर 2 डिफरेंट थिंग्स। नंबर 1 है कि आप इंसिडेंट्स नोट करने के लिए आप जर्नलाइज्ड पीपल में भी टेस्ट कर रहे हैं, वो तो मेरे ख्याल से गवर्नमेंट पहले भी नहीं कर रही थी। पीपल हु आर अपेयरिंग विद एनी काइंड ऑफ माइल्ड डिजीजेस वो, और प्लस जो उनकी सराउंडिंग में है, लाइक इन खुदा ना खास्ता माय फैमिली 1 पर्सन इज इन्फेक्टेड विद द कोरोना वायरस, तो जो मेरे बाकी सारे हम लोग होंगे घर के फैमिली उनको टेस्ट करेगी गवर्नमेंट कि वेदर दे आर पीसीआर पॉजिटिव और नेगेटिव। ठीक है, तो इसलिए ये नहीं कहा जा सकता कि गवर्नमेंट टेस्ट नहीं कर रही। जो पर्सन भी एक भी इन्फेक्शन या फीवर या कोई भी इस तरह का सिम्टम जो कि आपको कोरोना की तरफ माइल्ड कर सकता है उससे अपेयर होता है, उस फैमिली की सारे पर्सन को टेस्ट किया जाता है क्योंकि दे आर इन द क्लोज लैब एनवायरनमेंट, तो उन सब में चांसेस होते हैं कि दे माइट हैव पीसीआर पॉजिटिव फॉर कोरोना एज वेल, चाहे वो सिम्टोमेटिक हैं या नहीं। लेकिन अगर आप जनरलाइज इंसिडेंट्स की बात करें तो वो तो खैर पहले भी इतनी कोई खास स्टडी नहीं हो रही थी। जो केसेस रिपोर्ट हो रहे थे बस उन्हीं से रिलेटेड लोगों को ही टेस्ट किया जाए। दूसरी चीज ये है कि बिकॉज ऑफ द फॉल्स न्यूज कि जी जहर वाले टीके मार दिए जाते हैं, डॉक्टरों ने लगाए हैं और जो है वो पेशेंट्स मर रहे हैं इस वजह से, कुछ जानबूझ के लोगों को मारा जा रहा है, दिस इज ऑल फॉल्स ह्यूमर, क्योंकि हमारी पॉपुलेशन फुली एजुकेटेड नहीं है तो वो लोग प्रिज्यूम कर लेते हैं। हाँ, उसमें एक पॉइंट ये हो सकता है कि लोगों ने अपने सिम्टम्स लेके डॉक्टर्स के पास जाने ही छोड़ दिए कुछ हद तक। नंबर ऑफ पेशेंट्स टू द ओपीडी फॉर कोरोना, जो पहले शक के बिना पे भी लोग जा रहे थे चेक करने के लिए कि मुझे कोरोना तो नहीं हो गया, मेरी फैमिली को ना हो जाए, वो जो खौफ था उनके अंदर, उसके ऊपर उनको ज्यादा बड़ा खौफ ये बन गया कि जी कहीं हम हॉस्पिटल जाएं तो हमें ही ना कोई इंजेक्शन जहर वाला लगा के मार दे। हालांकि आप भी जानते हैं, मैं भी जानती हूँ, जहर वाला इंजेक्शन कौन सा होता है जिससे पेशेंट ऐसे मर जाए। they are confusing with the important anti जो immunity injections लगाए जा रहे थे, जिसमें डेक्सामेथासोन बाद में लेटर ऑन डिस्कवर किया, एविमेक्टिन डिस्कवर किया गया, जिससे पेशेंट की इम्यूनिटी को सुप्रेस करके उसको बेहतर बनाने के लिए किया जाता है। और वो भी इंजेक्शन सिर्फ उन लोगों में लगाई जाती है जो कि आईसीयू में एंटर हो चुके थे, like those people who are critical, they were getting those injections and these injections were short so they were expensive। इसलिए उन इंजेक्शन को जहर वाले टीके से कंपेयर किया जा रहा है, हालांकि सिचुएशन इसके बरक्स थी, उनको बचाने के लिए वो इंजेक्शन लगाया जा रहा है। अब ये तो पेशेंट पे डिपेंड करता है कि उसको इंजेक्शन सूट किया कि नहीं, उसको उसका फायदा हासिल हुआ या नहीं। अब एक पेशेंट ऑलरेडी शॉर्टनेस ऑफ ब्रेथ के साथ है आपके पास, आपको ऑक्सीजन लगा रहे हैं उसको 24 आवर्स इन ऑर्डर टू मेंटेन द ऑक्सीजन सैचुरेशन। अब उसको जब आप इंजेक्शन लगाएंगे तो हो सकता है वो ना भी उसका रिएक्ट करे, वो ना भी बेहतर रिजल्ट शो करे, लेकिन पीपल क्योंकि हमारे लेस एजुकेटेड हैं एंड मीडिया माशाल्लाह उसने और ज्यादा, और आपको पता है एक बंदे से दूसरे बंदे में र्यूमर इतनी जल्दी यहाँ पे फैलता है कि रॉन्ग इन्फॉर्मेशन भी उसी तरह ट्रेवल करती है, जबकि राइट वाली इतनी जल्दी नहीं ट्रेवल करती जितनी रॉन्ग वाली ट्रेवल करती है। तो दिस वाज अ फॉल्स परसेप्शन जिसकी वजह से लोग डर भी गए थे और नंबर ऑफ पेशेंट्स कम हुए थे लोगों के ओवरऑल, वैसे ही ओपीडी नहीं। तो जब तक कोई पेशेंट आएगा नहीं गवर्नमेंट के पास, वो उसको चेक कैसे करेंगे? इस बात के लिए गवर्नमेंट को जिम्मेदार ठहराना इज टोटली रॉन्ग। हाँ, अगर पेशेंट गवर्नमेंट के पास जाता है, हॉस्पिटल में एंटर हुआ है, ओपीडी उसकी पर्ची बनी है, उसका लिस्ट बने, उसका एडमिशन हुआ है और देन अगेन ही वाज नॉट टेस्टेड फॉर पीसीआर, देन द गवर्नमेंट इज रिस्पांसिबल। लेकिन जो लोग जा ही नहीं रहे हैं, घर बैठ गए हैं कि अगर हो भी गया तो क्या कर लेना है, और ये वो तरह की फजूल बातें, या हमें जहर वाला टीका लगा के मार देंगे डॉक्टर, तो हम आप कुछ नहीं कर सकते जब तक एक बंदा खुद न चाहे, आप उसकी हेल्प नहीं कर सकते। Same goes for the patients. If they don't want to get be checked, then what will do the government of Punjab or Pakistan? If the people who are willing to get tested, उनका हो रहा है टेस्ट और डिफरेंट लेवल पे हो रहा है, गवर्नमेंट सेटअप पे भी हो रहा है, प्राइवेट सेटअप पे भी हो रहा है। तो you cannot blame only one phase of the people. ओवरऑल हमारा जो पाकिस्तान का कुंबा है उन सबकी गलती है जो टेस्ट नहीं करवाते, जिनको लगता है कि उनको है भी और टेस्ट नहीं करवा रहे, वो अपने ही घर वालों को जो है वो मार रहे हैं। जरूरी नहीं है कि अगर एक बंदे को घर के माइल्ड सिम्टम्स हुए हैं तो बाकियों को भी माइल्ड होंगे। हर पर्सन की इम्यूनिटी डिफरेंट होती है, हर पर्सन का बॉडी रिस्पॉन्स डिफरेंट होता है डिफरेंट वायरसेस। सेम गोज फॉर कोरोना, एक ही घर में कुछ कुछ लोगों को कुछ भी नहीं होता, कुछ लोग माइल्ड डिजीज प्रेजेंट करते हैं, कुछ लोग खुदा ना खास्ता आईसीयू में लैंड अप करते हैं डायरेक्टली, और कई लोगों को तो आईसीयू जाने का मौका नहीं मिलता, कई लोग तो ऑन द वे शॉर्टनेस ऑफ ब्रेथ की वजह से जिनकी डेथ हो गई। आई होप आई एम क्लियर हमजा। शिराज आपने कुछ पूछना है बेटा? आप पूछो। थैंक यू। शिराज आपने पूछा बेटा कुछ? हेलो एनीवन? बेटा आपने जो कोई क्वेश्चन पूछना था पूछ सकते हैं। चलो ओके, इफ यू आर डन ऑल ऑफ यू, तो अपना साथ साथ कवर करो, आई विल सजेस्ट। एंड बाकी इंशाल्लाह जब तुम वापस आते हो तो वी विल डेफिनेटली रिवाइज मैक्सिमम व्हाट वी कैन, बिकॉज हम चाहते हैं आप लोगों का बेस्ट रिजल्ट हो। हमेशा की तरह हमारे लिए हर सेशन इंपॉर्टेंट होता है। आप लोगों का सेशन थोड़ा सा लकी बिकॉज ये वाला जो बीच में कोरोना का टाइम पीरियड आ गया, बट इंशाल्लाह इंशाल्लाह यू विल बी बेनिफिटेड वंस यू आर बैक टू कॉलेज। हम लोग इंशाल्लाह मिलके एक्सरसाइज भी करेंगे, रिवीजन क्लासेस भी करेंगे और टेस्ट भी करेंगे जितना टाइम हुआ हमारे पास। बाकी गुड लक फॉर योर फ्यूचर एग्जाम, और इंशाल्लाह अल्लाह करे 3 सितंबर को ओपन हो जाए आप लोगों की क्लासेस। बाकी आई होप आप सब ने आंसर कर दिए होंगे, आपकी दोनों अटेंडेंसेस मार्क हो जाएंगी। ओके, अल्लाह हाफिज बच्चों, टेक केयर, थैंक यू। 1 to 10 rest